Today, we're scarring my husband. So, I was scrolling the interweb, and my favorite trend right now is the we listen and we don't judge, and I thought I would do that with my more dark romance, crazier, unhinged books, and see how my husband views me after this. So, the trend is you'll say, we listen and we don't judge. And then I give you whatever the prompt or the character or whatever I give you. And then you have to at the end say, we listen and we don't judge. Because you're not going to judge me after. You're going to accept my reading culture, so to speak. Okay, let's get started. That was the intro. That was great. We did it fast. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. She has to steal a piece of artwork for him in order to kind of protect herself. She winds up telling him that she stole this prized art from him, and he says he forgives her, and then he makes love to her and afterwards says, I lied, I don't forgive you, and kicks her out of his house. We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. This is about Hades, and he and Persephone, which is also somebody important in the Greek god world. He is an exhibitionist, and they decide she likes it, and so they claim each other and show each other how much they love each other in front of a room full of people. We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. This is about a priest who falls in love with a girl during confessional, and he breaks his abstinence, and he doesn't have any lubricant, so he goes and grabs holy oil and uses that to enter her rear entrance.
A holy hole.
Holy hole. We listen.
I didn't know they had holy oil.
Anointed oil.
Instead of like KY, it's
oh God.
JC.
Yes. Oh! We listen and we don't judge.
No, I don't.
We listen and we don't judge. So she likes to be chased and he likes to chase. So he chases her and pins her down and takes her virginity. Okay. But they have a safe word.
How do they have a safe word?
They set that up before.
Okay.
Sort of. We listen
Wait. What's the safe word?
I don't remember. But red or something, I think. I think it was red. So she has to say it. And if she doesn't, he can do whatever he wants while he pretty much pins her down.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. He pulls the girl into a confessional booth with him and covers her mouth, and he makes her, while the preacher's right outside the door looking for them.
Is this like a spin-off of the other one?
No.
She's really into priests. Bone and priests.
That just happened in this book because they're Italian, so they're very Catholic. Like, they go to church a lot, and that's just where he wanted to take her at the time.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge.
Okay.
We listen and we don't judge. She enjoys watching thirst traps of masked men on TikTok, and she catches the eye of a specific guy, and he ends up becomes her stalker, and he shows up to her house with a knife, and that knife ends up in her during intercourse. Okay. We listen and we don't judge. How are we feeling?
It's all a little PG-13 so far.
We listen and we don't judge. They play us annual game of catching the other serial killers, but they're good serial killers. They take out the bad ones. They go to a guy's house and the one serial killer ends up eating rump roast, which is literal rump roast, if you're catching the drift. And also, when they looked up the ingredients of ice cream, let's just say something was getting creamed that shouldn't have been in there. We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. The girl in this book goes to live with her step uncle and his 2 sons, and she ends up sleeping with the step uncle, and then when the step uncle goes out of town, she sleeps with the 2 brothers at the same time. We listen and we don't.
Where does this book take place?
I think Montana or something like that.
Try again.
It's not like Alabama or something.
I mean,
it's like something like around there. We listen and we don't judge. The female main character is a serial killer, and she cuts off men's wingerdingers and makes jerky for her dog. And the main guy in the book and some of his colleagues accidentally eat it. We listen and we don't judge. You're judging by your eyes.
Well, it's like
they don't know.
But they don't see it as like a dog treat.
She just had it in a bag, like a Ziploc bag.
Just eat mystery shit that somebody has in a bag is always good. It's never gonna be a fucking dehydrated dick. You just never know.
We listen and we don't judge. She has intercourse and feelings for her front door.
What's next? The back door?
Okay. We listen and we don't judge. We listen and we don't judge. The main male character is a bit obsessed with her and stalks her and sneaks into her room and in her underwear, and she puts those underwear on without knowing, and he watches her do it.
Wow, how do you not notice? You're just that used to them being nasty or what?
She technically did. She did when she was like, what the heck? And then like obviously like figured it out, but she didn't look at them before she put them on. She just threw them on her body. We listen and we don't judge. The female main character was running away from a guy who she ended up hurting at some point that deserved it. And her beau ran in and ended up him out. And they were at like one of those fun house, like scary fun houses where they jump out to scare you. So he hung his body up and then they made love near the dead body. We listen and we don't judge. Okay, now we're going to go out with a banger. We listen and we don't judge. This opening scene, the girl is at a cliff and she accidentally slips and she's going to fall, and the guy catches her and says the only way that he'll help her up is if she performs acts on him.
Okay. Is that it?
Sexual acts on him.
Okay.
And then he proceeds to pretty much make her act out those acts when he saves her from the cliff.
So who are we judging? Him or her?
Why her? She's about to die.
She doesn't even know this guy.
she should die? I
mean, it's gotta have some sort of decency to today's world, but I was just asking who are we judging?
You're not.
Stop it. Get some help.
You're taking the man's side?
I'm just asking.
All those men in the books are freaking unhinged, though. That series is insane.
Unhinged? You want to talk about hinges? The girl is fucking a door. So don't even come after the guys necessarily.
I didn't even want to put that one in there. I was going to talk to you about the one book I read where the guy, like, she wound up shooting him and then he wound up kidnapping her, but they love each other.
I mean, listen and we don't judge. Love is love.
How do we feel after hearing some of the books that I take delight in, and some have received close to 5 stars?
They weren't terrible. They weren't not terrible either. They were definitely judgmental if they got 5 stars. But you could have definitely gone into some of them more, like kept up with the story, and because the one with the cliff girl, like that, like you just try to leave it as the guy was just like bad dude. And
He
then,
is.
well, then the same thing with the priest. You're just like, oh, the priest is doing this. It's like at least he got lubricant. I mean, a gentleman, if I must say. There's ways you can spin everything, and you were trying to just make me judge off a little bit, and I wanted to hear the whole thing. So maybe next time you can elaborate the full story more.
If you guys would like to see my husband fully read these books and give you his opinions, leave a like on this video. You just said it yourself. I want to understand the other perspective and the other side of the story.
Right, and you could have just told me instead of me having to read a book and take 4 months to read a book.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
When you could have just told me.
Thank you guys for coming on this unhinged journey of my marriage. And
Stop saying hinge with the door book. I can't stop every time you say hinge. And I just think, what? I mean,
they form a relationship.
What type of door was it?
A door, like you leaving your house.
Okay, yeah. I mean, was it like a nice, like mahogany wood door, or was it like a cheap piece of crap door? Like, I'm asking you.
Please, I'm trying to.
What type of knob was it? Was it like a door knob,
I think
or
it was more like
the one like you can push or
like,
you pull down?
I think it was like an ornate one, or an ornate.
I don't know this.
I don't know, but I remember reading that word, and I liked it.
Did she have like a do not disturb sign, like at a hospital or at a hotel, that she would put on the other side of the door?
Man, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I don't know what I was thinking doing this now, because now I have questions about doorknobs and I can't answer them. But again, if you guys want to see my husband read some of these books and get his honest reactions, give his video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!
With every recommendation, we can't get enough. KeeKee's BookTok magic, it's a treasure trove of love.